So today is Sunday, August 7th, and we are 3 weeks post-op mastectomy. So as I've been doing, I'm going to do a 3-week update of what does a bilateral mastectomy look like after 3 weeks. Nipples covered, and so on. As I've been doing, just in case this is your first time tuning in, I need to be sure to let you know, if you know me, if you work with me, if for any reason scars and blood and, I don't know, unnatural, weird shaped breasts, stuff like that will gross you out, it will be disturbing to you, or if you won't be able to look me in the face when I get back to work, please tune out. Now's probably not the best time. This isn't the video for you. Okay, so I wore something intentionally so that it would be easy just for me to show you what's going on underneath of it. This is just a sundress that I could peel down. So 3 weeks post-op, one of the first things that you'll be able to see here is my lymph node scars getting better, where they cut out 3 of my lymph nodes. It is still swollen, so if I go like this, you can sort of see that it's like, there's like an actual, like almost like a capsule inside my body that defines my scar tissue / swelling and so on. It is gradually healing. I guess that takes time. Eventually the lymph nodes carry that fluid away, or you can have it aspirated, like you saw last time when I did the update. I had just had it aspirated. It's not bad enough or sore enough for me to want to go back and have somebody stick a needle in my armpit again, so I'm leaving that as it is. Okay, so breast-wise, okay, there you go. My breasts are actually a little bit more comfortable than they have been. They still feel weird and they still sound like drums, but I don't feel as uncomfortable as I did. One thing that has happened in the past week, though, is that my skin has gotten really dry and peely, and not like the whole breast, but just like in a ring around the breast, sort of like a horseshoe shape. More on the right breast than the left, but a little bit here on the inside of this breast as well. So I'm a little bit greased up right now. What I have on my body is Aquaphor. They sell that at the drugstore. It's what the doctor recommended. That actually will pass. This dryness feels like unearned sunburn dryness. So you know how sunburn peels off in tiny little sheets? Really thin layers of my skin is just peeling away. So that, I'm assuming, is from surgery. So 3 weeks out from surgery is, I guess, about how long it takes my skin to come to the surface and slough off. Okay, so besides the dry skin and the same basic shape, I did not get a fill. I went in on Tuesday last week, and they took a look at my chapped nipples, and they're actually doing quite a bit better. And then they took a look at this spot that I have under here, which is a little bit unhappy piece of skin where the incision is. So this side, the incision, again, no plastic. The glue is basically gone, but there's a piece of the skin there that's irritated from the way that they did the incision and how it's under the breast. So I have to keep gauze in it, and they are waiting. I think the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to take out the air, put in saline, and they don't want the weight of that until this little heals. And then on this side, still incision, plain Jane, straight line incision, except I don't think you can see it, but right here this week, last night I found there's a stitch, like an actual, feels like fish wire, clear fishing line. There's a stitch sticking out of my body. So I will ask about that on Tuesday as well. Otherwise, as you can see, no bruising. I am not that very filled at all. You will see this begin to change, if not this Tuesday, then next. So it is possible that I will skip a week. because really my scar tissue isn't going to change much more. You can see back here the 2 holes where I had my tubes. They're healing up just fine. They are scabs. They feel like how scabs feel. And then the stitches, there you can see that yucky part of my skin. The incision is actually improving quite a bit. Over here you can see the rippling that I had last week is still there. And then where the tubes were here. And then of course got a little stitch right there. And then the rest of the incision, where this one still does have quite a bit of glue on it. So that's really what it looks like after 3 weeks. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention was this side looks really puffy. Like, Heather, what's going on? You're a little chubby there. Now, I'm not a small girl, so no kidding. That's possible. But it's actually kind of sore and it feels thick and hard. So then I did this the other day, and it's actually, I don't know if you can see that, but if I push on this, you can see the actual line of the tissue expander. It's actually, the tissue expander is a little bit under my armpit. It makes me feel good because it's not scar tissue, a big flat piece of scar tissue. But once this tissue expander gets filled out more, that won't be the case anymore. Okay, so that's what it looks like 3 weeks after surgery. Again, I had a bilateral mastectomy with immediate reconstruction, and the reconstruction is being done through the use of tissue expanders. I did nipple sparing, skin saving, so my breasts actually look quite a bit like breasts. My new foobs, or fake boobs, look an awful lot like my real boobs used to look. Aside from the misshapen, they don't feel at all like breasts. But in clothes, I actually feel quite a bit better. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, I feel like I did, but the doctor last minute decided to do my surgery above the pec. So this is a bilateral mastectomy, skin saving, nipple sparing, with immediate reconstruction above the pec muscle. And then they used alloderm to create that sling. So that's what I look like after 3 weeks. And if you don't hear from me in the next week, it's because nothing exciting happened at Tuesday's doctor appointment. Short of them hopefully getting rid of the stitch that's sticking out of my skin on the side there. So I will continue to keep you updated. One of the things that I found I was disappointed about when I looked into people who got mastectomies was, at some point we get tired of the process, right? I'm tired of vlogging. I don't want to do it anymore. But as a person who's about to get a mastectomy, I want to know what it looks like at 3 weeks, and then at 4 weeks, and then at 6 weeks, and then at 2 months, and then at 6 months, and then 9 months and a year. I want to keep following someone so I have an idea of what to expect. It helps me to alleviate fears. So I intend to keep doing that. That decision has not changed. So you can expect that I will continue to vlog through this process as I continue to get reconstructed and live through the consequences of the decisions I made about getting the prophylactic mastectomy. So if you're interested in following, if you want to know about what this is going to look like, as time continues to progress, then subscribe, and we'll see you in my next and future videos.